It's the Shylight Podcast with me, Yeti.
Today, on the Shylight Podcast, I take you behind the scenes of my latest poetry show. It's the first one I'm doing, 2016. Might be my last as well, I'm not sure yet. But anyway, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of the London poetry scene. Yeah, it's really edgy. It's like taking you behind the scenes of Hollywood or something, except it's not really like that at all. We are in Covent Garden though, so that's quite glamorous-ish. Central London. Okay, you're not convinced. I run the titles. Hello. Yes, it's me. I'm just leaving work. It's the afternoon of my poetry show. Well, it's 5:30, so it's coming on the evening. My show starts at 7:30. It's going to take about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to cross town on the bus and get to the Poetry Cafe. And then what I've got to do is put up some posters and wait for a couple of my friends to turn up so that I can leave my bags and quickly just change into something a little more comfortable. And yeah, that should take up about an hour. Hopefully we'll speak to some of the people in the audience. Now, I don't want you to think that this show is by any means going to be a big affair. We're looking at probably maximum 20 people, if that. So there'll be at least 3 people reading. Including myself, plus those people I know are coming, and then hopefully there'll be friends of all 3 of us, plus other people who have shown up because they've seen the poster or seen it on the website. It's very hard. There's so many events going on in London. It's a warmish July evening. Most people are going to prefer to be in the pub, no doubt. So, but 20 doesn't sound very much, but you can't get much more than 50 people in there anyway, and that's quite an uncomfortable 50. So. Get there, or I might actually end up there quicker than expected, but it's not a big problem. I already ate at my desk, so because once I get to the Poetry Cafe I don't really have time to stop and eat anything. People are arriving or trying to get posters stuck in the wall. The area where we do our shows is downstairs, and the cafe is ground level, so if you can get the poster at the top of the stairs, people walking in will see it. And I always get a big poster printed in colour, and hopefully there's a possibility that people will see it. But, and we have had some luck. I wish I was a bit more. I wasn't such a shy Yeti. I'd be up there saying, come on, finish your cup of tea, finish your coffee, come down and join us. So I'd be going out on the street and calling out, but I'm too much of a shy Yeti to do that. But it's fine. Over the years I've done shows for different charities, I've done shows where the money goes to the poets, I've done shows for all sorts of things, but recently the price went up a bit, sort of doubled, so I just decided to say, because I usually fund the evening, I just sort of say, people in the audience pay what you can afford, and then hopefully that goes some of the way to paying for the evening. But I can't really afford to. Back in the day I used to afford to pay for the evening and then give money to charity and not worry about how much it costs to hire the place. But now it's become a bit of a thing that's a bit of a luxury really, so if I can make any money back on that luxury then all the better. But tonight it's called The Yeti Way of Thinking, which is the name of my latest book of poems and stories, so that's what we'll be doing, that's what I'll be reading from, although I'll be reading from a number of different books that I've written, so, but yeah, this is sort of the evening to celebrate that book which was published back in April, or was it March? Well, early this year anyway. So. Anyway, we're making quite good progress. We're just stopping at Green Park Station, next stop Piccadilly Circus, and after that we'll be heading to Tottenham Court Road, and then I'm almost ready to be getting off the bus. So we are making good progress. Right. Okay. More in a bit. Hello, I'm just checking the sound levels on this because then I'll know how much I have to boost it up later. This is with the microphone. That might make it a little bit louder. Okay, thank you. Hello, it's me. I was just trying to check the sound levels, and yes, as you can see, well, as you can tell, I'm at the Poetry Cafe now. There's nobody else here, well, not for the show anyway. I've been putting the seats out, putting the posters up. I haven't got changed into my glamorous costume. It's not really glamorous. I haven't changed yet because I'm getting hot putting up all these things and rushing around, so once I know everything's ready, only then shall I return to my beautiful dressing room. Yes. Oh, I didn't bring my red top hat, which I sometimes wear. I've got two rather funky baseball caps which I bought in Amsterdam because I'm going back to Salisbury after this show. I really didn't want to take something delicate like the top hat with me and then damaging it, so no top hat this time. No top hat this time. Right, I've got to put some posters up. Okay, more later. It's 7:10 and I'm in my dressing room, or the nearest thing that there is to a dressing room. It's basically the larger of the three toilets. Yes, how nice. And yes, so I've got 20 minutes before I'm due to be starting, and no sign of the other poets yet, but I'm sure they'll be here. Yes, right, I shall get ready and we shall be starting pretty soon. Yes, I'm running out of things to say. I got my first two audience members here, and they're the ones that have come the furthest. It's Nick and Ali.
Hello, hello.
What have you been up to?
Oh, I've been on my. We were parted, So at the beginning of the day, but she was in Salisbury, but
I was in court and he was with the muscleways.
well, no, I was in Denham, in rural Denham. I'm walking down the water, all the canal ways up to Hillingdon. So through Rickmansworth, via trying to find a bench in Hillingdon, which I failed at. And I went to see Lenny. And I've got the DVD of my. Well, not latest film, it was 21 years ago, but latest DVD release of my films.
For those of you who've listened to other episodes of the podcast, usually we speak to Nick through speakerphone. So
the sound quality is a lot better.
Yes, the sound quality should be better. He's actually here.
He's real. He's not just a recording.
It's saved up your money and actually got me sort of imported over.
And you'll be hearing a lot more because I'm spending the whole weekend with him, so you're not going to get rid of him now. So anyway, I'm going to have to get ready soon. But there should be more people arriving.
See you after the show. I love you all.
Nick's used to being on the stage. I might get Nick Nick to. Nick can come up here and he can do the poems, and I'll have a rest. I started doing a podcast recently, so I'm just going to be recording myself. And I'm going to record everyone. So, yes, the podcast is called the Shy Life Podcast. Right, this is called Disco Yeti. Disco Yeti, shining star. He's not size 0, not under par. He's not the sort with whom you mess. A dancing queen, well, more or less. He knows the moves, he moves with style. Admirers gape in single file. How can this Yeti strut so cool? Yes, disco rhythm is his tool. Disco Yeti, no prima donna. He's centuries old, still not a goner. More active now than e'er he were. Though with Just for Men now dyes his fur. A large medallion on his chest. Slave to the beat, he rides the crest. Although he's got big tree trunk thighs, beneath that glitter ball he flies. Disco Yeti, he's no himbo. Growls aloft and flares akimbo. Limbo, foxtrot, nor the waltz. Or leave this Yeti feeling false. But under lights so bright and flashy, backflips to music, kind of trashy. But who's to say his life is petty? This guy is the world's sole disco Yeti. This piece is called The True Light. It's one of the first poems I wrote about 12 years ago. And it sort of started kicking me off to write more and more poems. So this is the one that have to blame, really. It's called The True Light. I promise you sincerely, I promise you tonight, I'm a totally changed person, that I have seen the light. I'm reformed, repaired, inspired, neither trouble nor a strife. I beg of you, my darling, come stabilise my life. Take the shackles off my past, dear. Let me show you the real me. I've stopped flirting with the milkman. Discount yogurt's 50p. I'll never bed the paper boy, neither butcher nor the baker, nor snob the vicar's wife again. For you, I did mistake her. I hadn't got my glasses on. I know that's no excuse. But let's get back together. Let us stop this mild abuse. So, can we be friends who just cuddle? Can we be friends who just kiss? Can we be friends who go further and share a mutual bliss? I've changed, I have. I'll make you see I'm right. I'm a totally changed person, and I've truly seen the light. Well, this one's even older. This one's pushing 25 years old. I wrote this at school. Well, I'm quite fond of it. I won't just be reading daft poems. Well, that's not totally true. I'll be reading daft poems of different themes. So, this is about a dinosaur. It's called The Sorry Tale of Fred the Dinosaur. When Earth was young, when Earth was small, there was hardly anyone at all, except a dinosaur named Fred, who was an attractive shade of red. See, life for Fred was rather boring, and so he stood and took to roaring. Trouble was still no one heard, except for Jill, a tiny bird. Now Jill would sing all day and night, sung all the songs and got them right. Fred loved Jill dearly, for he knew her, but was hungry, he'd have to stew her. He lay all weak and so defeaten, he looked quite ill and so browbeaten. Jill, said Fred, I'm feeling blue. I really like to eat you. Jill smiled and lit a fag with her lighter. No, you can't, she said, you little blighter.
Oh, my dear, said Fred with a sigh, in that case then I'm gonna die. Oh, the pain of my empty tummy. Alas, alack, I want me mummy. Oh, well, I'm going now, said Fred. And with that, he fell down dead. Jill smiled, then turned away and winked. So that's how dinosaurs became extinct. This is a poem about travelling to different cities. I'm very fond of Italy, and this is about Florence. It's called O Florence. O Florence. O Florence, O Flo, now's come time to go, but I just cannot bear soon to leave thee. Your cafes, your streets, miscellaneous meats, my love for you never will leave me. Oh Florence, oh Flory, a love greater than Corrie, and more than EastEnders or Dallas. Your bridges, your domes, and old stately homes, street singers with voices like Callas. Oh Florence, Florana, our love's a nirvana. Come home with me, let's be at one. Come live in my flat with Derek, my cat. So together our love will grow on. Oh Florence, oh Flor, true love can't ignore. You send me, it's hard to behave, kid. Want you all, every alley, and be extremely pally, with even your statue of David. So come with me, Florence, our farewells and abhorrence. Yes, come with me, bring all your peoples. I'll look after you well, keep you clean, fresh of smell, and make passionate love with your steeples. Yes, Florence, dear Flo, now I really must go. I hope you'll soon travel to reach me. I dream of your squares with such beauty, like shares. I'm a novice in love. Come and teach me. This is a piece called A Learning Experience. According to you, dear, our relationship wasn't a mistake. It was a learning experience. I understand now you were misunderstood. What's more, neither were you an egotistical misogynist. You were an enthusiast of modern sexual attitudes. You didn't have affairs behind my back. You proactively sought out a relationship comparison. I see now. You were misunderstood. When you left me broken-hearted and ran off with one of your mistresses, in actual fact you liberated me from my emotional constraints. And apparently you weren't a compulsive gambler, but flaunted chance in a competitive environment. You were misunderstood. Sorry, that's my learning experience. I should have realised. Should have seen that really you weren't an alcoholic, a wife beater, but an excessive imbiber of the grape, a strict marital disciplinarian. You didn't defraud that old lady, but manipulated her perception of the give-take role in society. You were misunderstood. Not a lazy person at all, simply differently motivated from the rest of us. You didn't kick my cat, you had negative feline impact. Perhaps I should have done the same to you. Still, I don't hate you for it, I merely have adverse emotional realism, and I feel it intensely. You say I misunderstood. Perhaps, but forgive me. I look at it this way. You truly were the biggest learning experience of my life. That one came from talking to a friend who'd been to a management seminar where everything was learning experiences, and I thought, well, you could apply that to relationships as well. So this one is called The King of Rhyme. The King of Rhyme is back, lads. He's been away for quite some time. He's been rhyming stuff for charity, using haiku to sort out crime. His sense of rhythm never falters. He's always on the case. He's a demon with a ditty, and he never loses pace. He's always scribbling some poem, and he cannot be distracted. To his pen and to the page, this man is passionately attracted. He's the champion of poets. Iambic pentameter's a curse, but his couplets always hit the mark. Oh, he has such a way with verse. The King of Rhyme's returning. He's come back to claim his throne. He's really looking regal, but his waistline's surely grown. That's from all the food they fed him, for his monologues and such, for all the awful odes he wrote them, full of utter double Dutch. He gave his time so freely, and rhyme it worked its wicked way. Soon the economic crisis was reversed within a day. Oh, he's the king, a new messiah, though he can be an awkward sod. He's the wordsmith of the moment, he's a proper poet god. The King of Rhyme is back, girls. He's been absent half his life, but he does not have a husband, and he has no nagging wife, for he has sold his precious family, exchanged for talent quite terrific. Yes, he swapped his folks for poems, and now he's ever so prolific. Oh, his soul remains in place, and yet he's guilty of betrayal as he stands before the crowds with one more lukewarm pint of ale. It is a hollow sort of victory, but he keeps grinning all the time, despite his bargain with the devil. Hell, he's still the king of rhyme. I'm just going to read a couple more and then I've got off Sean can read. This one is called Blue-Eyed Lover, Green-Eyed Freak. Such a blue-eyed lover, my green-eyed freak, gets so darn jealous he cannot speak. His eyelids twitch, his knuckles crack, entombed within his flasher mac. Face taking on a growly leer, all fluffy love swift disappear. Not say a word, just stand and hiss, quite immune to my lover's kiss. Quite unmoved by gentle hugs or home-cooked food or Class A drugs. Solid, staring, statue still. It's possible he's kinda ill. Blue-eyed lover, green-eyed fool, about to snap yet icy cool. Blue-eyed lover, green-eyed freak, how much I love your jealous streak. This one is called the Black-Eyed Growl. The black-eyed growl is a terrible foe. The black-eyed growl bites his claws, don't you know? He is grumpy and scritchy and snaps if he's crossed. He loves to buy scratch cards, no matter the cost. His bell-bottom flares drag along on the floor. He likes to chew babies, especially when raw. The old black-eyed growl is a candy days fool. Did you know that he bathes, that he does so in drool? The black-eyed growl is the size of a house, yet the poor black-eyed growl is petrified of a mouse. His musical taste is the music-on phones or the clunkety-clunk of their skeleton bones. He can't dance, he won't write, no, not even a check. And he won't kiss his wife, no, not even a peck. What the growl finds hysterical, others simply find crass. The beast, to be honest, a pain, he's an ass. The black-eyed growl loves inciting a rabble. The black-eyed growl, too, is a master at Scrabble. He likes nattering and knitting and watching the news. His neighbours retreat from the niff of his shoes. His one beautiful dream is to sing as a tenor, has the words bad and worse on his knuckles in henna. Oh, the sad black-eyed growl has no friends, so to speak. Even his inflatable elk has developed a leak. The black-eyed growl has a secretive side. Yes, he likes feeding ducks, and he does so with pride. He helps squirrels cross roads, and he always shares pies. Recycled loo rolls is the kind that he buys. Has no interest in smut, and in no way is he seedy. He will always say thanks, opens doors for the needy. Always flosses his fangs, always comes when they call. Well, perhaps that old growl's not so bad after all. Thank you very much.
Next up on stage, we have the wonderful John Smalljaw.
I met Paul in this very room, did I not?
You did,
I
yes.
was with Julie.
Callum's sister.
And he said, probably, you know, I have a lot in my head, usually rubbish. Isn't that right, Paul?
No, it's not.
But I just want to try a couple of these out when I get the right password. I write prolifically, usually rubbish, and it is, even though I'll agree to that. But I also write some good stuff. I do. You like this one, Vic. I call this one Lemon Ice. I only wrote it yesterday or the day before. I wish he'd turn my water to wine and give me some fish with bread. I could dine like a king. I got nothing between here and the devil of the trap that I took. Look at me. See poverty. Honesty may be the best policy, but I missed the instalments. The undertaker makes no fuss. Sour Puss won't bury me unless I cross his palm with coin of the realm. I laugh, but he's the captain at the helm and I'm a drowning failure. Are you quick on the draw, or are all kids? I wonder, and really don't care. Poetry's where you find it. Mind, it sometimes bites, but mostly just kisses your lips. And sometimes my poems just end. And you know because you've done it too. Looked in the mirror and thought, who wouldn't want this trunk, this fabulous looking hunk of man? Then wonder if my bum looks big in this. Oh, look at the pecs. Get your specs on for these. Don't look at those knobbly knees. Oh crap. So you spend some quality time putting your clothes on, composing a rhyme. No one will see those things. And really, I get a lot of my ideas from the books. Not that one. How was it bring that face? They say if I carry it, I've left more things to give than I've left anywhere. In it. And this one I don't know what I call, but it's a regular time. And I think that when I did this is 2 points, but they go well together. You guess I'm from the north. Bloody nice. Full of people. More poor people in London, it's so unbelievable. Well, the other never happened in my day. Now I am sounding like my father. The idiosyncrasies of the cities are not found in the small towns, the dirt poor brown towns, the twitching of curtains and dressing gown towns, but the shit pulls us out of the towns and into the city where the sewers are home to the rats, and the mountains built up on the streets are a home for the cats, the fat cats, the purring cats, the sharing, caring. Who am I kidding, cats? They are the leeches. Weekdays in suits and the weekends in knickerbockers, breech loaders and feeding freeloaders, the gumboot brigade, tea toast and marmalade, raid the pension accounts and they get an accolade brigade. Their small town mentality will be the death of me. I can see this is wrong, but go along with it, up to my neck in it, with paddles I row in it. This city is full of shit. The cranes, New Age pterodactyls, chomping their way through the last of the daffodils, sending them downstream to a landfill in East Cheam. Sometimes if I dream in black and white and the city looks alright, but in my heart I know it's crumbling, falling apart at the seams, held together by nightmares and more dreams from the townies, Cub Scouts and Brownies. I don't dream a lot. That's weird, that is, isn't it? I think that was typical. Who cares? I do 10-word poetry. Hashtag 10 words. And then a title. You ever heard of that? Well, I think it's what 10-word poetry. So, 10 word. Hashtag 10-word poetry. 10-word poetry is a very, very, very lazy way. But I do hundreds of them, they're all over the place. Well, they are on Facebook and Twitter anyway. Are you, anybody on Twitter here? Follow me.
Yeah.
I am famous actually. Infamous is probably more like it. I only wanted, I don't want to do the microphone. The 21st penitentiary. I wish I'd got different glasses tonight.
Try pause. Oh no, they're yours. Thank you very much.
No, those are mine.
No. Wars to settle all scores, and there are no wars to end all wars. That's a fallacy. The dead are blind and they can't see. I watch it all on TV. Bought by CNN, C4 and the BBC, screaming what they feel to me. A lonely voice, unheard amid the glamour. Oh war. What is the war we're fighting for this time, next time, anytime? Someone wants to climb up with a gun and wants the same old scouse. Oh, I can't remember this. Bloody hell. See, look, how can I read that? How about if I do that? That's better, isn't it? Technology is a bloody wonderful thing. Shall we go back? Oh war, what is the war we're fighting for this time, next time, anytime? Someone wants to climb up with a gun and wants to settle all scores there and then. But I watch it all on the TV, quite comfortably, in my safety net, while others play it out to pay what debt to society. And that's finished. I don't know why I finished that one. No, you don't have to say it. We'll do a couple. So I'm going to do a. You probably heard. Are you recording me?
Yes, I am.
Will I be on telly?
Yes, you will be on telly.
Remember this: sapphire is not the only blue. Okay. Nothing to do with poetry. It's just sapphire is not the only blue. I also do hashtag 6 words or less. That's that one. Writings become the annotations, the exclamations in the margins of my life. I am stifling in the sutures of some silicon-filled future where the fact becomes a fiction. With predilection for affection, I search out with some conviction to look for something more. In the corners of my eyes where constellations live and die and where stars are born and burn, I turn into inner space, hoping there I'll find a place where this pen that meets the page is divested of its rage, and in the margins once again only peace and ink blots shall remain. Books are made to frame these words, aye. Wire-bound things, some with sturdy spines. Many times I have been taken far away from where I lay to another world within this world, and in the whirling of narcotic free the story. This is the me, the light against the night, the wrong way round, the day that breaks without a sound and yet remains unbroken. A token that will win no prize. More constellations in my eyes progressively. I believe in more and more of my own lies, and surprisingly I knew this would occur. This event was written in the margins when I wasn't there, but was read and readily digested as another fiction. Fact. Was it something that I missed, or that? In the margins life is difficult, and to define a future has no future, but the snippings of another future binds the wounds and hurts abates. I would not write against the margins of my face, nor take a page again to sate my rage again. I must be brave again, I must behave again. In and on a dusty manuscript where one more dream was stripped and one more life was ripped to shreds, I put to bed these forms. And by the way, that was called The Ghost of Frederick Rye. Just in case you wanted to know. Hello, young lady. No, don't be sorry. Hello. I thought you were coming for the poetry. Oh, bloody old fire. Hey.
In the fine line between love and hate, and how sometimes people can do bad things to people because they love them so much. So my first poem is called Love and Hate. He once said, I love you. He once held you tight. You slept at his chest and felt safe in the night. He tenderly kissed you. One time he cried. So thankful, so humble, you were at his side. He had his suspicions but cast them away, angry for thinking you may dare to stray. He secretly watched you. You hadn't a clue. Emotions torn open, he saw it was true. He paced up and down and then looked in your eyes. You begged for forgiveness for telling him lies. He couldn't contain it, his anger exploded. You were your own bullet in the gun that he loaded. He's holding you under, his hands around your throat. Submerged underwater, you can't keep afloat. It's all going black now, he loves you so much. He tightens his grip for the other man's touch. He's sorry, my darling, he's sorry of course. You're silent and peaceful, he's filled with remorse. He once said he loved you, he was your soulmate. You killed him, he killed you. That's love and that's hate.
You do that in a second.
Let's do one more now, yeah?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Well, I'm not this, I don't Thank you. Okay. Okay, this is called Goodbye. Leave here if you must, my love, for it's easier that way. A million words have crossed our lips, there's nothing more to say. Close the door if you should leave, it may keep out the cold. The only things you leave here are the memories I will hold.
Short and sweet.
Mitch has got a book he'll tell you about it.
Oh, when you're not used to doing this kind of thing, really.
I would believe the sign. I'm going to read a few more from the Yeti way of thinking.
Which is on sale
That
today.
would be the new book, right?
It might be the new book.
Oh,
Yes, I don't like to talk about it. I don't like to talk
You see,
about
it's on
it.
the bus. It's going fast.
And yes, and then we'll have a little break, and we'll come back for a second part. This is called The Answer's No. The answer's no, no matter what you say. That's as far as I go, that's as far as I stray. No matter how I'd adore, just to hold you much tighter, you'd go bewitching my heart, and I'm just not a fighter, because I'd simply give in, and that does no one no favours. Do I love you or loathe you? My response often wavers. The answer's no, no matter what you think. That's as far as I go, unless you'd like one more drink. No matter how much I'd love to cavort with you naked, there are lines to be drawn, yes, and some things are sacred. I'm not strong around you, I think we know that's a fact. My foundations, once firm, nowadays are just cracked. The answer's no, no matter what you believe. That's as far as I go, but there is no need to grieve. I can't help how I feel when I see your fine figure, and my knees just go weak and my desires grow bigger. I mustn't simply succumb to your hypnotic patter. I love you and your car, yes, especially the latter. The answer's no, no matter what you maintain. That's as far as I go, for what on earth would we gain? A bad back, I would guess, or some unreachable itch. That would leave me upset, and I don't want to play snitch. I need to wipe my life clean, it's something I've got to do. Say farewell to bad habits, then say my goodbyes to you. I'm going to read a couple of new things before we have our break. This is called Autumn Won't Happen. Autumn won't happen. Autumn is cancelled this year. Close your eyes, close them tightly. Want it enough and maybe it will be so. The leaves will not fall, the seas will not swell and grow angry. The birds will not migrate to warmer climes, the clouds will not grow dark then rain. Autumn won't happen, and let's not even mention winter. It's nothing more than a vicious rumour, a myth concocted simply to scare the children, a murmured gossip of insignificant ghosts. Autumn won't happen. Autumn is cancelled this and every year. Lock all your doors, close every window, sit inside denying its existence. Close your eyes and believe it. Shout it out loud. Summer is here. Summer is here. Summer is here. Autumn won't happen. That's the end of the matter. Scott, one more. Oh, actually, that's one question.
Oh, go on, let's have
Oh, well, then.
interesting one. Can't be happy, are we?
Time is the thug. When he looks into the mirror, it looks to him as if he's melting. At least he's not alone. It is not just him, but all of them, all of those whom he grew up with. Has so much time really gone by? Who is it who actually allowed this to happen? Who had the right? It only seems minutes since they were all so beautiful. But all that beauty, all that glamour is rapidly fading now. Soon it will only be preserved in old photos. Soon it will be gone. Life's biggest, cruelest joke. There is no comeuppance for this thief. Time is the thug that karma ignores. A bully who will never face justice. One last piece before the break, which is a bit more cheerful. This is called Becoming More Cat-like. I'm becoming more cat-like as time shuffles on. I'm beginning to wonder quite where I belong. Yes, the branch of a tree or a spot by the fire seems a sort of snug place for this lad to retire. As I stretch out my paws and dream sweet dreams of fish, with my breath tuna fresh, I need food in my dish. Still I have to consider the fact now just that. I simply don't have 9 lives, no, I'm not yet a cat. I'm becoming more cat-like as time passes by, but it comes to catnip, I've never been shy. I'm beginning to get me a definite purr. I've no shame when I lie back to flourish my fur. I've found me a nice post to get me a scratch. For the hound who's next door I'm hardly a match. On my red velvet cushion I'm happily sat, every day getting rounder and more like a cat. I'm becoming more cat-like as months turn to years. I've a twitch in my whiskers, a flea in my ears. With one eye on my bowl and the swish of my tail, my attempt to catch mice, it is destined to fail. But with the fierce local Tom I got into a ruck. In the cat flap my head got unfortunately stuck. Yet I find every day life so decidedly flat, as each week I grow steadily more like a cat. I'm becoming more cat-like. I really don't mind. To exist as a person is simply a bind, yet the dull daily grind is the ultimate bore, and from now on those ways I will simply ignore. I will sharpen my claws and most plaintively mew. I will bid my farewell to the commuter belt queue. I'll just lie on my back, let you wobble my fat. Oh, how could I regret time now, when spent as a cat? Thank you very much. Right, we're going to have a break for 10-15 minutes and then... okay, right, we'll see you in about 10-15 minutes.
I'll buy a quick cigarette.
I'm coming now.
Those are lovely.
We've got a surprise guest here, Beverly from work. Hello, Beverly from work.
Hi, Paul. Hello, everyone.
You were that was a surprise. I didn't see you come in. You were suddenly there.
Oh, that was so nice. I love that cat one.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, and I like time.
Yeah.
I think time is such a real thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Such a real thing. Like 1 minute, I was looking at myself the other day. I was thinking, God, under my eyes are getting like really wrinkly. Thinking, where did those wrinkles come from? I don't remember having those.
Have you still got the receipt? I'm sure you can. I'm sure we can get a refund, can't we? Ask for it back.
Yeah. How's it been going?
Good. Yeah, it's hot.
Hi, Callum.
How you doing?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Hello, Callum. Callum's here too.
Hi again, Paul.
I haven't seen him since at least this morning.
Since this morning.
What's the highlight?
I didn't see you this morning.
Oh, you didn't. I think I shouted at you for not nastily. I think I just said bye.
Cat one's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that, and I really like time.
I wish Dealey could be here. Dealey could be sitting. He could have a little. Oh, he is here. Yes. Dealey's on the poster. Dealey's on the poster.
Yeah, he hasn't done a basket.
No, he wouldn't like that.
Oh, really?
He hasn't had to go to the vets for ages. So.
He just panic.
Yeah.
He's just.
Hello again, Ali. How's it going so far?
Oh, it's really good. I'm enjoying it. It's a good laugh.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. So I'm enjoying listening to the new stuff.
You've come a long way today. You've come a long way.
Well, yeah, because I came all the way up yesterday, then went all the way back, and then came all the way back again.
It's very much appreciated. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and it's not my car, so it doesn't matter. I can put as many miles on the clock as I like, which is nice.
Hello listeners, it's me again. I've just found a quiet spot. I'm still here in the Poetry Cafe. Everybody else is sort of, we're taking just a break, and I really need to get in my dressing room. I wanted to change my baseball cap. I know you can't see it. Usually I have a red top hat that I wear, and because I'm going to Salisbury to see my family and friends, I didn't want to have. I've got so many other things because we're going to be converting old tapes that we did in the 90s, and so I've got in my bag. I've got all the stuff of that. I've got clothes. I've got things that I want to take back. So I've got a lot of luggage. I just didn't want to take the top hat as well because I thought it would get damaged possibly. So. Instead, rather than a red top hat, there were two hats that I bought in Amsterdam when we were in Amsterdam. They're really kind of red. They got dots, polka dots. They're both red as well. So it's my sort of concession to not having the top hat this time. So I've been wearing one of them and I want to swap, but there's somebody in my dressing room. Okay, it's not a dressing room. It's the toilets for people with wheelchairs and things. But there's somebody in the I don't know who it is. I didn't see anyone with a wheelchair or anyone that might need to use it, but it's supposed to be my dressing room. Oh, here you come now. Oh, hello. Don't I recognise you?
Hello, it's me, Damius Twinklehorn. I've come to see your show. I was just checking out your wardrobe.
Hello, Damius. Gosh, first time we met face to face. I don't really have much there as far as costumes are concerned. You must be quite used to costumes and things, all the acting and stuff you've been in.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've done a lot of acting, as you know. I've mainly played trees, though, of late, and you don't seem to have many clothes in there, in your dressing room, that involve trees or leaves.
No, I'm just reading poems tonight. I'm not dressing as a tree, as much as nice as it probably is. But how's the whole Cat Hamlet thing going? And I suppose that was a few weeks ago now.
Oh yes, well, you know, it does get quite confusing. I've been having troubles because they want me to, they really want me to mix all of my talents together.
Ah, yes, I remember you saying, yes, they want you to do Cat Othello, but dressed as a tree and in the shape of 1960. Oh, it does sound very confusing, but anyway, have you enjoyed the show so far?
Oh, yes, I saw that John Smallshore. He was very good. And there's that young gentleman, that Mr. Richard, with the smart beard. He was good too.
Yes, well, they are very good. They're both very good. It's the first time that Richard's done anything like this. I'm really proud of him. It's very nice of him to come to the show, and I've got his book. And what did you think about? Have you heard any of my poems?
Oh, yes. We thought they were very nice. A bit strange, but very nice. You ought to write a poem in cat, so that some of your cat listeners might better understand what's going on.
I will consider that. Well, actually, I'm really must get into the dressing room, so perhaps I'll see you at the end of the show. And yeah.
Oh yes, that's right, for sure. Okay. Bye now. Thank you.
Bye now. Thank you. Thank you. I won't be long. Right, just going into the dressing room. I'll leave you now, listeners, because I just need to change my hat. And, a man needs a bit of patience, a bit of time to himself when he's changing his hat. Okay, there'll be some more poems coming up in a minute, I think. Okay. We're going to speak to John now. Hello, John.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Lovely to see you looking so well.
That's amazing. That really expensive suit you're wearing. They can't tell because we're on audio.
Yes, it is rather nice, isn't
yes,
it?
Yes.
Marks and Spencer's done all.
Yes. How do you think it's gone? It's going so good so far, isn't it?
What, the world? No,
no, not the world. The important things, the poetry show.
Yes, I always think this goes well. And it's all down to the people who do it, really, isn't it?
Yes.
The comedy of it.
Yeah.
And the pathos. That's a good word. I used to think pathos was one of them musketeers.
I thought it was one of the Spice Girls, but one or t'other. Yeah.
But digressing.
And you've got a big day coming up.
I have got a big day, yes, I'm getting married.
Actually, by the time I edit this, you'll already be married. So.
Really?
So,
you're going to take
so what is it like being married in the future? What's it like being married in the future?
Well, it's absolutely fabulous.
Oh, that's good. That's
yes. I am the master of my own ship. Who said that? Somebody. And she said I could say that.
Good.
Right. Anything else?
We must. It's been a long time since we first did our first show together now.
It is. Still, I remember the first time we met.
We met before the show, didn't we? We went to an open mic night together here.
We did, yeah.
And with Callum's sister Judy.
We didn't go together. I met you here.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, but
going together, Paul, sort of suggests something different.
Well, no, yes, no.
That's very nice.
And yes, then we met and did our show. The show with Will Frader.
Will Frader, who's in America by the way, doing the Marx Brothers thing.
Yes, I see.
Musical.
I follow him. It's a shame. Well, I'm glad he's over there, but I also wish he was here so he could be here. And
he will be. He's told me that when he can, he will come.
Yeah, I want to get Will Frader on the podcast. That would be something.
Do you know? Did you read this thing about his arse?
Yes, I did. They were charging him.
I won't tell you about it. American doctors want to charge our friend about $500 to look at his arse.
Not me.
Not him. No.
Just look on Facebook.
No. Wilfredo, and like he's like this sex god.
He's famous. Though.
Yeah.
He is famous.
Yeah.
He's doing the Marx Brothers musical, the Lost Musical over in the States. But he came and did one of Paul's shows here.
He's done two now. He's only two.
His alter ego is Gary Groves, the poet, and he's relatively good. Like bloody
I mean, Gary Groves was different. That wasn't.
Gary Groves was Wilfredo.
Oh, I didn't know that was Wilfredo. Was very. I didn't realise.
Wilfredo's got his braces up here and his pants round his
I thought they were different people. It's okay.
Paul, I think you're joking.
I might be joking. It's possible.
Am I going to be on telly on this podcast?
Yes, you will be on telly on this
I'm going to be
podcast.
famous. Serious like Cliff Mitchell more.
Can you say I'm John Smallshot and I always listen to the Shy Life podcast?
I'm John Small. What's my name?
I don't know.
I'm John Smallshot and I always listen to the Shy Yeti podcast, one of the best podcasts in town.
Yeah, it's true.
My pal.
Right, I'm just going to read like 4 or 5 more poems. Are we ready for something a bit dark?
Yes.
Not me dark, not
Is it
this dark.
lighter?
I'm just going to read something. This word I don't think exists. It's psychopath with a Y at the end, so it's called practical.
Psychopathy.
Yeah, practical psychopathy. Yeah. Okay. Eyes alert. She's making her way home, my next victim. As far as I can tell, she's not seen me yet. I've been watching her since she left the club. She left her friends back at the bar, silly girl. She shouldn't be so trusting. But then, on the other hand, she has no idea that I've chosen her. This is something to be celebrated, to appreciate. She's the lucky one of the privileged few. I'll follow her now until we reach their destination. She's so engrossed in her phone that she'll probably never notice me as I creep up behind her, even though I look a little odd. But you simply have to dress up for these moments. A killer needs a disguise, and my chef's hat works well. It's a little too big and it falls over my eyes. Here I am, holding my specially sharpened spatula. Tonight, I'm really in the mood. It's the old bloodlust back again. Only, I drank way too much tonight and I really need to wee. She will keep, there will be other nights. Eyes alert. He's been staring at me all evening. Has he nothing better to do with himself? I guess not. Everyone needs a hobby, don't they? I can't tell whether he loves me or loathes me. He's scowling but kind of smiling at the same time. He's never seen a woman who looks quite like me. He likes a challenge, I'd say. It turns him on. Well, I know exactly what I want to do with him. Oh yes, he's really got it coming now. If I play my cards right and can lure him back to the car, then I have a flamethrower in the boot. Or failing that, I always carry a syringe that contains something paralysing. Of course, that is only just the start. I've got plans for once we get somewhere quiet, somewhere isolated out in a wood, where nobody will hear him when he screams. He'll see what I intend soon enough. I do very much like being a spider to flies like him. Only, I really shouldn't have had that tequila because I've got such a migraine. Oh well, he'll keep. There will be other nights. Eyes alert. So those two want company, do they? They've not seen me before. I'm new meat to them. Ironic, really. They are the same to me. I could make a dinner party out of what I see there before me. Serve up salad, some garlic bread, a nice steak. They have no idea. A pair of numbskulls, simply staring back, giving me those cheap come-ons. Thinking about it, they're probably a lot older than they like me to know. Still, maybe if they've kept up a good moisturising regime, then at the very least they'll be fit for the casserole dish. Do you know what? I hadn't planned this tonight. I'd hoped for a night off, hoped to be left alone, just have a few drinks and a quick hobble round the dance floor. But those two just won't leave me alone. They've clearly already included me in their plans. If they push me to join them, then it'll be their downfall. Ultimately, they'll get exactly what they deserve. Only, I really shouldn't have had that curry, because I really need to poo.
It's poor timing for sure, but sometimes the realities, the practicalities of life kick in, even when you're a psychopath. Not to worry, eh? They will keep. There will be other nights. That's not a true story either. You'll be glad to know. This is a song slightly inspired by John.
Only slightly.
Well, it's very inspired by John. It's about a conversation we had about how some people look down at rhyming poetry. And we think people should just do whatever they like. It's called John, I'm Only Rhyming. John, I'm only rhyming. I can hear some people tut. They don't want our twisted lyrics. I think they're going off their nut. Why do they have to be so boring? Who says it's them that sets the rules? It's like they're our poetry headmasters and we're enrolled within their schools. I'm not adverse to ditching rhythms if what I'm writing doesn't fit. They're all so stuck in their own ways, I think they must have shared in pricked. Oh John, I'm only rhyming and now I don't mean to impose, but ain't it best to be free thinking, just write down whatever flows? John, I'm only rhyming, well I see it as a gift. While some other people grumble, I really think they're pretty miffed. I can't fathom why they worry, why they make their weak protest. Do they really think they're better? Do they really think they're blessed? That's the sort of attitude that makes folk think we're high and mighty. We want them reading us at breakfast over croissants in their 90s. Oh John, I'm only rhyming. Yes, we should start our own campaign. Let us stand up for the rhymers. We're really gonna make it plain. John, I'm only rhyming. Am I not a proper poet? Do I have to be pretentious? Have I failed? Hey, did I blow it? Do I really have to mean it? Do I need to get more tougher? Do I have to fight the good fight? Do I really have to suffer? Yes, the most eccentric stanzas into poems should be smuggled. I simply want to play with words. The English language should be juggled. Oh John, I'm only rhyming. Don't you agree? It's quite beguiling. I only want to make them chuckle. I simply want to keep folk smiling. John, I'm only rhyming, and it's what I'll keep on doing. Oh, let the academics scowl, oh, let them say we've gone to ruin. Yes, let them claim we're an abhorrence, let them give us a bad name. Why would we ever want to be like them? Why would we ever want to be the same? They're like the bullies in the schoolyard. Well, let them bugger off, go hang. And we will do just as we please, just form some crazy rhymers gang. Oh John, I'm only rhyming. Let's flaunt our lyrical defiance and keep on doing as we do. You know, it's hardly rocket science.
I thought you were going to sing then.
No, I don't think that, well, no. This is called the Caffeine Queen. Caffeine Queen, a playful teen, cheerleader of the coffee bean. She stays awake, alive and bouncy, her fashion sense, or rather flouncy. But she cares not one bit, sits looking smug, her day's perfection with a brimming coffee mug. Caffeine Queen, no more serene, kept awake by the coffee bean. Her brain keeps chomping at the bit, she needs a new espresso hit. She needs a shot, it's quite a habit. Conceal your stash or else she'll grab it. Caffeine Queen, so young, so mean, addicted to the coffee bean, addicted to sweet domination, but oh, her breath, abomination. She really needs to use some paste to scrub her teeth, yes dear, with haste. Caffeine Queen out on the scene, now sips a decaffeinated coffee bean. Her life now has some proper order, no more consumes what once you'd pour her, has time to think now with time to mull. Alas, our queens turn deadly dull. This one's called I'm Far Too Important to Know You. I'm far too important to know you. I'm far too big-headed to care. If you offer me tea, I won't drink it. If you act like my mate, I'll go spare. You seem to think that we've got a connection, but there's no you and me, there's no us. I wouldn't be seen dead in your presence. I wouldn't be seen dead on your bus. Don't you know you're less special than I am? Can't you see I deserve some respect? If you think I look down on you people, then you're clever, and yes, you're correct. I'm far too important to know you. I'm too up myself all the time. I know so much more, that's for certain. I know words you can't even rhyme. I see no point reading your fortune, for your future is no use to me. Little people like you are a nightmare, the sort I refuse now to see. Please accept that your life comes to nothing. I'm not sure why it is that you try. I won't even pretend that I like you. Well, why should I? You want me to lie? I'm far too important to know you. Stop crowing about issues and rights. I have no interest in what you were saying about your dull, soulless life and your plights. You are wasting my life by the minute. You are stealing my time with my air. My will to live feels like it's fading, and I'm losing my mind and my hair. Won't you zip up your lip when you pass me? Do not stop me to chat, please just go. Can't you see I'm too busy to see you? Far too busy to answer. Hello. Actually, I'll probably read this one before I read the last one, as it's a sort of wedding poem.
It's not my wedding.
Not your wedding, no.
But I figured that one. You do so many of them.
Not so many weddings. So many poems. This is called We Were Going to Be Wed When We Both Hit 40. We were going to be wed when we both hit 40. You're always a bitch and I'm terribly portly. If we were both sad and single, we'd agreed on a marriage, a nice little church and a nice horse and carriage. I was always your backup, you were meant to be mine, but now I have a grim feeling, yes, I've seen a bad sign. Well, the day now has come, seems it's too much of a bind, and you do not look keen, seems you've now changed your mind. We were going to be wed when we both hit 40, but now you're looking unsure and, yes, never so haughty. But I can see in your eyes, yes, I know I'm too late. If push came to shove, you'd rather be dead than my mate. You were hoping your sweet prince in armour might come, but alas, no he didn't, and you still live with your mum. Now you're offered the chance to come be with another. In the choice, me or her, you have chosen your mother. We were going to be wed when we both reached 40. You had very few friends, and I was never that sporty. I had visions of pets, maybe kids and a farm, walks across our estate, looking grand arm in arm. But you're looking embarrassed, you don't want to be married. Across matrimonial threshold, you don't wish to be carried. Despite all that we said, all those promises made, I can see you won't marry me even if you were paid. We were going to be wed when we both hit 40, but this is the lesson experience has taught me, that people say things when they're young and they're crazy, but they don't really mean them. Come on now, amaze me. You said we'd be wedded, you lied, and that's naughty. So now I'm single and sad and loved and lonely at 40. Seems you made other arrangements, so I will not be your mister. We all heard wedding bells. You just married my sister. Thank you very much. I've got one last poem to read, but thank you very much for coming along. Hopefully we'll be doing another show in the autumn sometime, but probably sort of October time. I like to do around Halloween so I can read lots of bloodthirsty poetry. But this is called I Will Eat Pies. It's based on a famous song, but I won't say which. Hopefully you'll recognise as I read it. I will eat pies. First my plaice was laid and then my eggs were fried. To put the gravy through a sieve, well you could not decide. I ran up so many flights when I heard that dinner gong, there I belong. And now I sing this simple song. I had a snack. I stuffed my face. All you did was stand and leer as if I was some deep disgrace. What made you wear that dreadful frock? What made you make that stupid plea? If you had known I just had seconds, you'd have proper clobbered me. Go on now, duck. I want some more. I'll pretend I didn't see you drop that pie upon the floor back when I weighed a ton. Oh, then I used to be so shy. Did you think that pastry crumbled? Did you never wonder why? Oh no, not I. I will eat pies. As long as there's a cake above or a nice Swiss roll or 5. If you've a syrup sponge to give, oh, just stop acting like a div and feed me pies. I want your pies. Oh, pies. When I eat a pie, I'm glad, but then I fall apart, left here to sit and tend the pieces of my broken tart. I've got your pastry in my sight and I want it for myself. It makes me cry that I've got nothing left to fry. Will you feed me your tasty stew? I'm still that hungry little person who will smile and loves to chew. Would you want to see me thin? Do I have to pay a fee? Now I'm saving all my stuffing for some pies I bought for tea. Go on now, love. Feed me some more. I'll pretend I didn't see you drop those pies upon the floor back when I weighed a little more, back when I used to sit and sigh. Did you think I'd break the table with the sheer weight of my thigh? Oh no, not I. I will eat pies. As long as there's a cake I love or a nice cream eclair or 5. If you've a spotted dick to give, it should be quite easy to forgive. Just feed me pies. I want those pies. Sweet pies. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for John. Thank you for Rick. And if you like a book, I've got a book.
I'll take one of your books, Paul.
Thank you.
I will. I'm using them as a proper potato, by the way.
For those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, I have the set list from my show. Now, you may not recognise all these titles, or many of them, or none of them at all. Well, you should recognise some of them because there have been a number of them used in this episode, but there we go. Of course, there are also my videos on YouTube and Vimeo. On Vimeo, I'm Yeti. On YouTube, I'm Mr. Yeti. And of course, there's my blog, shyeti.com. But anyway, in the first half of the show, I read Disco Yeti, The True Light, The Sorry Tale of Fred the Dinosaur, Oh Florence, A Learning Experience, The King of Rhyme, Blue-Eyed Lover, Green-Eyed Freak, Black-Eyed Growl, The Answer's No, Are They Aware I'm a Werewolf, A Harmless Prank, Autumn Won't Happen, I Am Not a Fan of the Metaphor, Time is the Thug, and Becoming More Cat-Like. In the second half, I read The Great Bookshop in the Sky, Furry from the Deep, Best Thing Since Sliced Bread, The Dreaded Lurgy, The One, Piccadilly is a Rubbish Circus, You'll Do, Practical Psychopathy, John, I'm Only Rhyming, The Caffeine Queen, and Far Too Important to Know You, We Were Going to Be Wed, and I Will Eat Pies. Now, casting a quick eye across those, Disco Yeti is about 10 years old. The True Light is the poem that kicked off all of my writing in late 2001. That's the poem where somebody said to me, come on, you said you could write a poem. You said you'd written lots of poems back in the day. You know, let me see one. And I didn't have any with me, so I said, well, let me just see if I can write one. So I wrote The True Light. And I pretty much never stopped. Sorry Tale of Fred the Dinosaur is pretty much the only one I still sometimes read from my school days. This is from early 1992. I still go back and read the Sorry Tale of Fred the Dinosaur because it's got a good ending. Oh Florence is a poem from, a little bit more than 10 years ago. One of my first collections. It was written after my first trip to Florence, and of course has precious little to do with the city at all, but I always like, you hear people saying this is a love song to Paris, or this is a love song to London. Well, this is my love song to Florence, but it's rather ridiculous. The Learning Experience is a piece that is also from one of my first books. This is about 12, 13 years old, and it's also the poem that I read. Well, when I was reading poetry in LA about 5 years ago, I was asked to choose one poem which they could make into a poster for the evening, which is what they did for each of their guest speakers. And I chose A Learning Experience, which isn't really a poem, but I thought it would be a good example of my silly sense of humour. The King of Rhyme it's probably getting on for being 10 years old. It's probably 7 or 8 years old. And Blue-Eyed Lover, Green-Eyed Freak, that's quite an old piece too. The last poem I read before I passed over to John is called The Black-Eyed Growl. That must be getting on for 10 years old. But anyway, it was at this point that I passed over to John and also to Rich, and they read. After they read, I picked up for a few more poems before we stopped for a break. The Answer's No, Are They Aware I'm a Werewolf, A Harmless Prank. Now, those are all from my new book, A Yeti Way of Thinking, which is why we were there to celebrate the publishing of that collection. At least I was celebrating it anyway. The next 3 pieces are all from my blog, and some of them were written last year, some of them were written this year. If you've checked my blog, you know that I've published quite a lot of new writing of mine, short pieces, mainly what I call prose pieces rather than actual poems, but that's what I fancy writing at the moment. So I read Autumn Won't Happen, I'm Not a Fan of the Metaphor, that is definitely from this year, Time is the Thug, and then to finish I read Becoming More Cat-Like, which that's more recent, and it's one of my favourite pieces to read. And then we stopped for 10-20 minutes break, and then it was the second half, and I read The Great Bookshop in the Sky, which is again 7 or 8 years old, and I like reading that because it's not about libraries, but it's about books, what happens to books at the end of their lives. After that, Furry from the Deep, which is just a silly piece about alien invasion. Best Thing Since Sliced Bread, that's from about 2001. That's one that I wrote almost at the same time as The True Light. After that, we returned to A Yeti Way of Thinking, and I read The Dreaded Lurgy, The One, Piccadilly is a Rubbish Circus, and You'll Do. And they're all quite different, really. Dreaded Lurgy is a silly piece about like making a cold or something sound like a creature or an entity of some sort. The One is a bit of a creepy mini story. Piccadilly is a Rubbish Circus is taking things like Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square, Covent Garden, were names in London, and saying, well, there's no circus at Piccadilly, what are they talking about? Leicester Square's not a square, it's a circle, or there's no court at Earl's Court. But and You'll Do is just a poem about somebody saying, oh well, I was looking to date this wonderful person, but I found you instead, and I suppose you'll have to do. I handed back over to John at this point, and then Rich came up as well and read 2 more pieces, and that all went really well. Hopefully you'll have enjoyed hearing them read in this episode as well, not just me. When I came back, I read just another half dozen poems and pieces. Practical Psychopathy, if that's even a word, is just a very silly prose piece about what happens to a psychopath just at the moment that they want to strike, and that sometimes the call of nature comes at the worst time possible. Not that the victims would probably say that, but after that I read John, I'm Only Rhyming, which is sort of written about a conversation that John Smallshot and I had about how some people look down at people who rhyme in their poetry. Of course, it's based on the song title John, I'm Only Dancing by David Bowie. The next one after that was The Caffeine Queen, which is a silly little piece, which is that's probably getting on for 10 years old now. I'm Far Too Important to Know You was after that. That's a fun one to read about how people look down their nose. Then the last 2 poems I read, one was We Were Going to Be Wed When We Both Hit 40. I only really read that because John's getting married, or was getting married on the Monday. No, that sounds wrong. He is now married. He wasn't married when we had the show. By the time this episode comes out, he will be married. That's what I mean. Oh dear, you have to explain these things. And then I finished with I Will Eat Pies, which is written in the rhythm and rhyming structure of the song I Will Survive, although there are no words in it. Well, I'm sure there's like one or two words in it that are the same as the lyrics to the song, but it is basically the rhyming structure and rhythm that it is copied. So, yes, that was it. That was what we read, and that's what I performed. Hopefully I'll be doing another show in the autumn, probably October time. I'll have to get in contact with them next week and ask when I can start sort of looking into dates. I used to do about 4 shows a year, and any others that I'm asked to do by other people, but that I don't really speak to many other poets other than John, so John is involved in other poetry readings, and he has invited me to some open mic things, which unfortunately I've not been able to make, but I must do that. Mainly I hadn't been doing things because I wasn't very mobile or very well last year. So yes, I used to do about 4 shows a year, but they put the price up basically for hiring the space, so I can't really afford to do as many as 4 a year. Well, I could. It's a bit of a luxury, it's a bit of a fun thing to do. I think I probably said this already. Anyway, at the moment I'm just sticking to 2 a year, but we shall see. I'm very keen that I should keep going and doing the shows though, because they are good fun. And last year was a bit of a thing because I think the first show I did at the Poetry Cafe was 2008. So I've done shows there every year since 2008. So this is probably my 8th or 9th year. So last year when I wasn't very well, there was a chance that, you know, I wasn't very well early in the year, and there was a chance that I was going to skip a year, and I was determined that I would do at least 1 show so that I didn't break my little run of years. So I did a show in 2015, and now I've done a show in 2016, but I'm a lot better now, so I would like to do at least 1 more. So yes, we shall get that organised. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed what we've presented you this episode. Well, listeners, thank you. That's our show. That's it. I thank you very much for listening. I know it's been a bit of a poetry-heavy episode, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Got to talk to a few different people there. It's nice to see Beverly from work. I didn't expect her. She never said she was coming. She that was very nice of her. You know, it's nice. Nick and Ali, they came all the way from Salisbury, especially to see me. I was very flattered, and of course I'm going back with them, so I mustn't hang on too long because I need to get into my dressing room. Somebody seems to be in there again. I don't know if it's Damius. I just need to collect my stuff. But, hello, are you ready? I need to get into the dressing room. Is it okay, honey?
Sorry, hello, it's me, your Uncle John. Yeti Uncle John.
Hello, John. Have you been at the show? I didn't see you. I never saw you. You can't properly see when you're standing at the front.
Oh yes, I was there. I've been right at the back. I was having a cup of tea. I had a cup of tea and a slice of cake. And I was like listening to the whole thing.
Well, I never saw you there. Goodness, yes.
Oh yes, I was talking to you. That nice lady from your work, Bev, was asking her about the ghosts in the library and in the college, but she didn't seem to know much about it. But I saw that Callum, and there was that strange man.
Which strange man? Not John Smallshaw.
No, Paul, don't be silly, no. He's not strange.
Oh, do you mean Damius Twinklehorn?
That's the one, aye. Yes, I saw him, and there was the nice gentleman with the beard. He was doing poems, and the John was very good. Uncle John. I thought that was funny that he's called John and I'm called John. There was 2 of us. We should have kind of, set up a double act.
There is still time, Uncle John. There's still time for you to set a double act, but I think John's probably gone now. But I really need to collect my stuff because going back to my hometown with Nick and Ali.
Oh yes, I spoke to them as well. Yes, I saw them. And yes, we was telling them about the time that you wet the bed.
Please, they don't need to know that sort of thing, Uncle John.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you. Well, I'll let you get your stuff then. It was very nice, I enjoyed the night. There was a poem, one of those poems, I enjoyed them.
I'm glad you enjoyed them. Any particular title?
I like the one about the dinosaur, I think. Or then the one about the Yeti. And there's one about a psychopath, I think. I can't remember the rest, but it was very good. Yeah. You all did well, all four of you. Yes.
Well, I'm just going to get my things. I'm so glad you're here. I really didn't realise.
I'll be going now then.
Thank you, John. Thanks for coming.
I'll see you again soon.
Yes, of course, absolutely. Well, that was a surprise, wasn't it? Dear. I wish I didn't realise he was. It's nice. Anyway, right. I need to get my things. It's been a good show. It's been a good evening. A little bit different from what we usually do. So I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back soon, and I think we'll be talking to Nick about all manner of different subjects. I think that's what we're talking about next time. So, okay, well, thank you for listening, and take care. And we will see you again soon in the Shy Life Podcast. Goodbye for now.
Hello, it's me, Darius Trinklehorn. You're very good. I'm sure you're very good. I'm gonna go now. I'll speak to you soon. My name is Darius Trinklehorn, and I always listen to the Shy Life podcast. I do. I really do.
Thank you everybody for performing. It was a truly marvelous show. Yeah, it really was. I'm not sure why I'm speaking like this. Possibly because I am a computer. Haha, that's so funny. Ha 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 ha.